Now that you have watched the video on what informational texts are, now we are going to look at one that a student wrote. Last week, you watched lots of different videos during writing time, seeing all about books. This book is all about tarantulas. That's the title of her book she made. You can see her picture there and who wrote this, by Amaya. Okay, the first page of her book is a dedication page. It's who she's writing the book for. It says, I dedicate this book to my mom because I love her a lot. My family, because they are silly. My dad, because I love him. Some books have dedication pages in them, who they're writing the book for. Okay? The next page, boys and girls, in her book is the table of contents. It names all of the sections she has in her book and what page they're on. She has a section about food that a tarantula eats, and it's on page 1. The tarantula's body, about its body, it's on page 2. The habitat, that's where the tarantula lives, that's on page 3. The life cycle of a tarantula, page 4. A diagram, which is pictures, page 5. Different kinds of tarantulas, which is on page 6. Fun facts about the tarantula, page 7. And about the author, the girl Amaya that wrote it, all about her, is on page 8. So that's what a table of contents is. Okay, let's look at her first page. If you notice, it begins with a heading. The heading says that this is about food. Food the tarantula eats, okay? Follow along as I read it to you. Tarantulas are nocturnal. They eat bugs. Tarantulas hunt at night. They kill their prey with fangs. They eat other spiders and small lizards. They eat snakes and frogs. They eat beetles. They eat small reptiles. So she told us all about the different food that the tarantulas would eat. Sorry, the writing is so light it's hard to see. Okay, let's look at her next page. Her heading is the body, and she has pictures of the body of the tarantula. Then she writes about it. Let's listen as I read. Tarantulas have a leg span. They are 4 inches long. Their body is large and hairy. Tarantulas can be different colors. Their leg span is about 13 inches. Tarantulas can be 10 inches long. So she told all about the body of the tarantula. Let's see what she writes on the next page. The next page, the heading is habitat. And you see where it lives. The habitat is where it lives. Tarantulas live in warm places. They live in rainforests too. Tarantulas live in burrows. They live in trees too. They live in desert too. They live in scrubland too. So she told all the places tarantulas live. Let's look at her next page. She did the life cycle. The life cycle is what it looks like from the time it's a baby, time it's born, until it's grown. And here she has pictures of it, okay? And as she writes about it, tarantulas hatch from an egg. They can live for 30 years. They are held in a slick cocoon. Then it lives until it molts. Female tarantulas carry around its babies. Baby tarantulas are called spiderlings. Okay. Her next page she shows a diagram of the tarantula. That means it's a big picture of the animal and she labels the parts. The spinnerets, 8 legs, 8 eyes, and I can't see what it says, pedipalps. Okay, the next page in her book, the heading says different kinds of tarantulas. Okay, and she shows different kinds and she labels them. Mexican red knee, Goliath bird eater, North American, and just tarantula. Okay. The next page, look at the heading, fun facts. She talks about some of the fun things she learned about the tarantula. Are the biggest spider, do not spin webs. They do not spin webs. Some female tarantulas live to be 25. Tarantulas are not poisonous. So she had some fun facts about the tarantula. The last page, she wrote about herself, about the author, and she put a picture here of her, but I've covered up the picture. Okay, it says, my name is Amaya. I like ice cream. I like to play my Wii. I love my mom and my sister too. And that's the end of her book. Boys and girls, this is something we're going to be doing is writing an all about book. And Mrs. Wood will show you one step at a time. Now, let's think about and write what our book is probably going to have, our all about books. First of all, okay, it is going to be about one topic. You notice she didn't write about elephants and spiders and dogs and monkeys. She wrote about one topic. So these kind of books, the first thing, they're going to teach people about one topic. So I'm going to write, teach about one topic. Okay? The next thing, okay, do you remember what we called this page that I'm getting ready to show you right here? What did we call that page? Yes, table of contents. All about books have table of contents that tell you the different sections in the book and what page they begin on. That makes it easier for a reader. So, the second thing, they may have a table of contents. Okay, the third thing, okay, did you notice each section, like this section right here, up here, this is called a heading. This is habitat. Another one of our sections right here, find another one. Okay, Mrs. Wood. Okay, this one right here says body. Okay, one of them said food. So they may begin each section with a heading that tells what that page is going to be about. So it may begin each section with a heading. Oops, can't see that, can't you, boys and girls? Okay, do you remember some of the pictures, like on this one? The words that's under a picture is called captions. Lots of all about books have captions under the pictures telling what they are. So another thing an all about book may have, it may have captions under the pictures. Okay, now we may add some more to this as we go along, but this just tells us, boys and girls, what all about book may have. It's got to be about one topic. It may have a table of contents. You may begin each section with a heading, and there might be captions under those pictures. Tomorrow, we're going to look at another student's all about book and see if they include all these things in their book.